Hello, world. Welcome to the Fonz's office. Today, I am here with a super special guest, Ramil Kamilov, and you are known as Mr. Real Deal in the fight world. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Now, my friend, you have a super huge fight that is coming up. You're going to be fighting for the MFL 155-pound Amateur Championship title on the Montreal Fight League 19 fight card. Can you tell me a little bit about your upcoming fight?
Yeah, nothing special. Just another belt fight. Just another fight. Gonna get my second title. This will be my last amateur fight, hopefully. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Feeling ready, feeling good.
Excellent, excellent. Do you know much about your opponent, Charles Azoulay? He's what I know from him, he's out of TriStar, and he's filling in for another opponent that you previously had that was not able to fight. They had to withdraw, and Charles is stepping in. Can you tell me a little bit about your opponent?
Yeah, I can. So first off, Charles is a real fighter because he stepped in on this for 3 weeks' notice. My other opponent, JP, we won't talk much about him, but I think he got cold feet. Charles just stepped in 3 weeks coming out of a pandemic. Especially, it was really bad in Montreal, so props to him for that. I don't know much about him. I haven't been able to find much footage on him. What I did find was something 3 years ago. I just found a little highlight reel video of one of his fights. So I can't expect him to have the same skills that he had back then. I expect that he grew lots and lots since that fight because I sure have grown since 2018. But what I did see is some attributes that I expect him to carry into this fight. For example, he's got a really strong chin. He's very aggressive. He pushes forward and he's got good cardio. I expect him to come in good shape. So it'll be a good.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm actually predicting this to be the fight of the night for the card, and I believe that this will have potential as fight of the year caliber. Both of you guys are amazing fighters. I like the fact that it's going to be, you train out at Champions Creed, correct?
Yes.
It's going to be Champions Creed versus TriStar for gym versus gym. And both of you gentlemen are, you absolutely have your attributes that speak highly for your own styles. And I think this is a great matchup, and MFL did a wonderful job in finding that replacement in Charles for you.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be my third opponent from TriStar. It's a super high-level gym where the legendary George St. Pierre comes from. I hope to go 3-0 against this gym. My last two being Rupal Sahora, who I tapped out in the second round, and Duncan Henry, who I knocked out in the third round.
Correct. Yeah, and that Duncan Henry was your last fight, so you're coming fresh off of that victory. You've had a 10-month layoff since that fight. What were you doing in the time in between from the last fight till now? Has it just been strictly focusing on training, staying in shape for any opportunity that comes?
Yeah, I train every day. I train multiple times a day. I've been waiting for a fight this entire time. I've been calling out people in the U.S. I've been trying to get into the U.S. I've been, talking some smack, trying to get them to fly me out. I've even offered that I'll fly myself out and I'll fight their fighters, whoever they have for me. Yeah, I train lots. I train even more outside of training camp than I do coming up to my fight. I usually train, up to a maximum of 6 hours a day outside of training camp, and then I split that in half before my fight time, so I can train more intensely, focus less on skills, focus more on getting myself in shape. I build all of my skills outside of fight camp. That way, I don't have the pressure of trying to learn something new when I have a fight coming up.
That's wonderful, and that's a great mindset to have for your training regime. So with that and leading with that, you train for any opponent. You stay ready for whatever may be thrown at you. You don't necessarily train for the opponent at hand. You train for the situation of taking on any and all comers when they are facing in front of you.
Yeah, outside of training camp, I train everything. I have my little phases where I do a little more grappling or a little more striking, where I go a little deeper. As far as when I have an opponent announced, I do train for an opponent, but you have to be ready for everyone because I've had, I think, 10 fights scheduled, or this will be my 10th fight that I go in there. I've had something like probably around 10 people pull out on me.
Yeah,
fight, knock on wood. You know, not saying it's never going to happen, but I usually make it through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. With this, you had mentioned that this hopefully will be your last amateur fight. Is there anything based on that? Is that because of challenge finding opponents, or is that just that you've got your amateur career in now? You've got a good solid career in. You want to move to the pro rankings.
Yeah, part of it is that I really have trouble finding fights in Canada, and nobody really wants to fly me out to the US. I would love to do more IMAF tournaments. That's the World Mixed Martial Arts Organization, so where the Worlds and all the Continental Championships go through. But this is the second or third year in a row that Pan Am is getting canceled, so I can't go to the Pan Americans. You have to pay, when you fight out of Canada, you have to pay for your own way to go to these tournaments, so it's hard on the wallet. It's just kind of not the best investment when you're fighting out of Canada. Like I said, yeah, I would have liked to get more amateur fights, but I'm also getting up there in age. I'm starting to get close to my prime. I'm about to turn 24 years old in a week, I think. Yeah, so it's a time to go pro, make some money, make some waves, build up my pro record, and hopefully get the big shows.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned there with how it is a financial hit to the wallet being an amateur fighter inside of Canada. Amateur fighters rely heavily upon their sponsors and sponsorship. You are one of the lucky ones to have sponsors behind you and in your corner. And if I'm not mistaken, right now you're sitting inside of one of your sponsors' restaurants. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Yes, Deagla Shawarma right over here. That's their mural. They're making me shawarma right now. I'm gonna see if I can flip this camera. I don't think I can. Oh, there it is, Big Bro Nail.
Hello there. Nice. That looks super delicious.
Thank you, bro. That's how I make 155.
Beautiful. Yeah, right. You get the good meals right there. So again, what is the name of the restaurant?
So in English, I usually call it Deagla because it's easier to pronounce, and that's how it reads.
Yes.
But the proper name is Deagla.
Okay. Perfect. You heard that out there in the world, right? Now make sure you go to their Facebook page. We'll put the link in the comments below. Make sure you go check them out on Facebook. And what other sponsors? You've got a few other sponsors that are backing you as well. Would you like to mention them?
Yeah. So I have Wisemen Barbers. It is, I can't put my camera onto it, but it is a barber shop that's right in this plaza, so you can get a toner and a haircut at the same time.
Nice.
I have Scalp Tech Inc, so that's for all my baldy brothers that are losing their hair. That's it's kind of like a tattoo thing for the hair, so
yeah,
it looks the hairline better. What else? I got Knowledge 47 on Instagram. There's no W in that. That's my jeweler. He's gonna help me upgrade this chain. I got this when I started my amateur career, so hopefully I'll get something thicker as I go pro. A little bit symbolic over there. And of course, I got you as well.
Well, thank you very much. You've got some nice sponsors that are behind you. You have to look after things like your flight when you're an amateur fighter. Sometimes they'll fly you in, but you're out in Alberta, correct? And your fight is going to be in Montreal. So with the pandemic and everything that had happened, and with things just starting to open up, amateur fighters, a lot of them are having to cover their own expenses to get out there, which airfare, hotels, whatnot. That's where these sponsors come in. Currently, I'm jumping on board because I want to help you to raise the final amount of your sponsorship money to pay for your hotel. We're going to get that covered for you from the Fonz's office here, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to ask the people out there, all of you fans out there in the world, yeah, all of you that are fans of this man right here or right here, whichever left he's on, you guys got to support Mr. Real Deal, Ramil Kamilov. You can help me to help him to cover his hotel fare. All I'm asking from you, I've got a ton of followers. I'm asking for $10 donations from my fans out there, $20 donations, whatever you can afford. You forward it to my, I'll post my PayPal account, or you can send it to Ramil's. We will post those links for you. We are accepting air miles. Is that correct? You can accept air miles as well?
No, they don't do that anymore. I just checked. They don't do air miles.
They don't do air miles for the hotel. Okay. Cross that one off the list. We're going to go cash wise. And you know what? To do things, make things super interesting, I've got my friends. You see them in my posts here. My friend Howie Lee, he is the king of custom gear out there at USG Canada. He's given me these beautiful pair of Louis Vuitton print boxing gloves, USG. Hey, the Supreme. These ones are 16-ounce training gloves. What I'm going to do is, if anybody out there makes a $250 donation to Ramil Kamilov, there's only one room for this, one offer. If you make a $250 donation to the #1 ranked Canadian amateur fighter who's going to fight for the Montreal Fight League 19 fight card for the MFL Lightweight Amateur Championship, a $250 donation will get you this pair of Louis Vuitton print USG Canada boxing gloves. These things are high quality. Howie Lee is the king of custom gear. He doesn't skimp on quality. These are hand molded inserts, 4 layers. These things are beautiful. He's got fighters all across Canada and US that he sponsors with them. $250 donation. This pair of boxing gloves is going to them. And don't worry, Ramil, I got you covered as well, brother. I got a pair of boxing gloves that are being shipped out to me today that I'm donating to you. You're going to love them, man. They're black on black, matte. They're beautiful. They didn't arrive in time for this interview, but they are coming. We're looking for a grand total of $600 to cover the rest of the hotel fare. What I'm wanting to do is to also put a little bit of money in this man's pocket with a sponsorship. If we can raise together, me, the 3 of me, and all of you out there in the world, if we can raise $1,000, all Soup here, I'm going to let little super fan shave my head bald. All these locks right here are going to come off. And little Soup, she's going to shave my head bald on Facebook Live. If anybody looks after a $100 or more donation, we're going to be getting you on my poster. I'll be doing a lot of advertising for your home brands. We want to help the #1 ranked fighter in Canada here get out to Montreal, stay there for his stay, and go win that MFL lightweight amateur title when he gets his arm raised in victory, because he is Ramil, Mr. Real Deal Kamilov, and he deserves it. What do you think, my man?
Yeah, awesome deal. Thanks for the gloves too.
Yeah.
I've been wanting some USG gloves. They look really good. I'm excited to try those on.
Excellent. I'm really excited for you to have them as well. It's not just because these, I purchased these, right? So these are, it's not like he's just giving them to me and used them as, this is because of my true passion for the sport, because I have been following you for your amateur career. I think you're one hell of a guy outside of the cage as well as inside. Like, you're one hell of a good fighter and you're going to have a hell of a career. That's set. But a lot of people that are that way, they aren't a super solid guy. And you, my friend, are one of the ones that are a super solid guy. And it's my pleasure to be able to help you in whatever way I can. I think this may be the beginning of a wonderful friendship between us. And man, I'm here to help you in any way I can. So with that said, do you have any closing statements you'd like? You've got your sandwich there. I'm keeping a hungry man from eating. You got any final words for all your fans out there?
Final words, watch me on July 24th. And I really think it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to come out aggressive. but calculated, and I hope to finish this guy.
Absolutely, my man. You're looking for the finish. You're looking for that title. MFL19 is next weekend, July 24th. We're going to post the link to buy the pay-per-view. It's only $35 Canadian. We'll get that link up in the comments as well. And Mr. Real Deal, I just want to thank you very much for making the time out to from your busy schedule to do this interview and to allow me to show my support for you to all of the fans out there in the world. Mr. Ramil.
Thank you for the interview. I appreciate it. Thank you for your help.
Hey, absolutely, my friend. I would wish you luck, but it's not going to be a matter of luck. I wish you good skill in your fight, wise choices with your movements, keep your defense on point, and my man, you're going to have that arm raised in victory and that belt on your shoulder and strapped around your waist. Before we close, I got one final thing I got to ask you. I'm a big, huge fan of bare knuckle fighting. Tonight is BYB Brawl, BYB 6. Are you a fan of bare knuckle fighting at all?
It's one of those things. I like the idea. I want to compete in it at some point too. Just to say that I did it, and just to tell the old heads that the new school isn't all soft just because we got a few rules. But yeah, I don't really follow it that much at this point.
Okay, man. Well, you've got your own career and what you're focused on, and that's very good. It's super cool for me to hear that there is a potential of one day you may want to have that one fight just to say that you did it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be inside the Tridon. Tonight, their event is going to be free on YouTube. So, man, if you got a bit of time at 5:30 your time, it starts and it's free on the BYB Extreme YouTube channel. Go give it a watch and then let me know what you think. If that's a combat surface you want to fight in later on down the road, I'm good friends with the people there, and I will do my part to help you out with that as well. Champions Creed, everybody. Mr. Ramil Kamilov, Mr. Real Deal. Man, I'm so looking forward to this fight.
Me too, man.
Awesome, brother. And that's it, everybody. He is Ramil Kamilov. I am the super fan, and we are signing out from the Fonz's office.
Bye all.